Devastated, confused, heartbroken. So many times in life we get thrown for a curve and don't know how to react.
I can tell you the first time I had sex, how was my marriage going to survive? It's over. I remember standing in front of the judge with my 3-week-old baby, looking at my ex. I saw the look on his face, and it was complete rage.
Welcome to When Life Throws You a Curve and How to Make the Adjustment with your host, Katie Hamilton.
Hey everyone, welcome to When Life Throws You a Curve and How to Make the Adjustment. I'm Katie Hamilton. Thanks for joining me today. Today's episode is going to be a little shorter than normal. I wanted to just share with you guys what's been going on in my world, and going to give you a glimpse into the next few episodes. And I also have a very special guest joining me for this episode here in just a few minutes. So just to let you know, we're want to recap for everyone, because it has been a few weeks, I would say pre-COVID, that we really talked about some of my history and how I learned to make the adjustment. I had just started laying the foundation of some of the early years, about 20 years ago, early in my marriage, and when life really started throwing me curves that affected not just me, but also my family. For those of you that were able to listen to last week's episode, I had 2 of my daughters on, and we discussed harmony in the home and all of that. And I really wanted to start to go back and continue to share a little bit more of my personal history on, as I said, how I learned to start making the adjustment, and also how it affected not just me, but, members of my family. So for today's episode and for the next week or two, we're going to have my oldest daughter, Julia, join us. And also my mom is going to make an appearance, Lord willing. But if everyone will join me in welcoming my daughter, Julia Hamilton, to the show. Jules, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
It's so good to see you.
Good to see
as
you.
you know, I was supposed to be there with you for this episode, and, life throws us curves, and we were not actually able to come in quarantine at the beach. But if you would just fill everybody in on what you're doing in North Carolina, why you're there, how you've been. This is your first appearance on the show. So
Yes. So I am in North Carolina right now. I came here a few months ago. How long has it been?
Too long. It's been since February, I think.
Yeah. Feels longer than that. So I've been here. I am with a new modeling agency that is also here. So I have been working before COVID started. But yeah, I've been here modeling. I'm with my family, my aunt, my uncle, cousins, my grandma, pretty much everybody except my mom, my sisters, which is definitely a bummer that they're not here right now. But yeah, I've been working before COVID started. And right now, everybody's in quarantine, and that's what everyone's doing right now. So
yeah, your sisters and I were so excited to come. I literally had the whole house packed, the car packed. If you can even imagine, well, you don't have to imagine, because you lived with me for your whole life until this past year when you started working. But the undertaking that it is to pack all of these women.
Yeah.
And we got a phone call from Nancy, the lady that she helps me kind of part-time, that she has not been feeling well. And of course I was not going to put her in the car and drive her halfway across the country if she was not at full speed. But me having to deliver that news to your sisters was not fun. But it's just life, and it is what it is. And thankfully Nancy she has allergies and asthma, and we can't take any chances with her. She's a precious, precious soul. But it does really, really suck that we're not there with you.
I know. I miss you guys.
I feel like you had just gotten back from LA. You were here for the holidays, and then you've been gone again. And, I know God has put you in the career that he's put you in, but and I'm thrilled for you. But as your mom, I can say for me and your sisters, your presence in the home is missed tremendously. And I'm very hopeful that we'll either be able to come there or you'll be able to come here very, very soon.
I know.
So what can you say has been a highlight for you in North Carolina?
Well, when I first got here before COVID, I was working a very good amount, which was awesome.
Did you tell everyone what you do for your job?
So I'm a model. If you don't know, I have modeling agencies.
It's kind of a big deal.
Just kidding. No, just kidding. I have an agency in Miami and here, Georgia, and South Carolina. And I absolutely love
Miami. Did you say Miami?
Miami. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I absolutely love what I do. I love my job. It's a really interesting career, but I absolutely love it. So when I first got here, I started working a lot, which was really, really great. That has definitely been a highlight so far before COVID. And then I've gotten to spend a lot of time with some friends and be at the beach, which has been really great. So those are definitely some things I've enjoyed while being here.
And I know you're like soaking up every second with my little nephew.
I am. I love that kid more than life. So.
Well, I am excited that I'm thrilled that you're happy that if you can't be with me, I'm so grateful that you ended up being in North Carolina when all of the COVID stuff happened, because really you could have been anywhere. You've been to Greece, you've been to Italy, you've been, all over the world, really. So that was definitely, I feel like a provision from God, and one I'm very grateful for. But as far as like our, conversation topics, next week, I want just to let everybody know, you and I are going to have some very open dialogue about family dynamics, about how you learned how to adjust to change and challenges and adversity yourself. Some of the differences between your personality type and my personality type, and the interesting facets, from that. And then also, you're grown now, you're 19, you're an adult, as weird as that is. So you're able to give a perspective on your upbringing and, some of the things that you've experienced that's different than what your sisters can give, or even what I can give. And I think it'll be very, very helpful to have your perspective on all manner of things: family dynamics, change, learning to deal with adversity, and also learning how to deal with disappointment from life, from parents, from people that, are supposed to provide security that you may feel have not done that, and how the role of your Heavenly Father plays into, like a parental role, and can kind of fill those gaps where we as parents sometimes fall short.
Yeah, for sure.
So is there anything else that you would like to add before we wrap this mini episode up?
I don't think so. I'm very excited to come back next week and share a little bit more about our history, our past, my views on things, because we are very similar in a lot of areas, but also very, very different in other areas. So I think it'll be really good for everyone to get to hear, your side as well as my side to things. So.
And I just want to say before we go, I had you when I was your age.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about my age having a kid.
Yes, well, some of the challenges that I feel like you encountered when you were young were because, as a single mom, I was working a lot, and there's a lot that comes along with that. That, if you wait until you're married, you have an extra person to, hopefully come alongside you and support you in that. But, but anyway, with that said, I had you very young, but now that you're grown, it has given us a very, very special relationship. I feel like you and I are are very close.
Very close.
And I can't imagine life without you. God is like, he's wrapped up grace and his love and mercy and given it to me in the form of my daughter. So, and you're a very, very phenomenal example for your sisters. And I know they look up to you. So I know that the audience is going to be blessed from hearing from you and hearing your perspective and insight on all manner of things.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I love you. And I'm so glad that we are so close and that I have the opportunity to come on here and share my perspective and just get to hear all your words of wisdom all the time. So,
well, all the time. All right. Well, I love you, Jules, and I will see you next week. And everybody, I hope that you guys will come back and join me and Julia next week when we share all of these topics and more on When Life Throws You a Curve and how to make the adjustment. And in the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy. And thanks so much for being here. Come find me on social media on Instagram and Twitter at Katie Hamilton 32, on Facebook at Katie Hamilton, and at When Life Throws You a Curve 32, and on YouTube at Katie Hamilton.